Okay, so just because we're paying off debt doesn't mean we gotta sit at home all day and be bored, right? We can go have fun. We just need new ways of having fun. Hello everybody, my name's Anna and this is Anna Does Money, a channel where I talk about money making and money saving strategies as well as my personal debt recovery journey. Welcome. Before I started my debt recovery journey, I was out all the time with my friends. We were going for dinner and drinks, movies, concerts, escape rooms, you name it. But now it's not really an option to do these things on a regular basis because I want to put all my extra money towards debt repayment. So today I wanted to give you a few ideas if you're on a tight budget but still want to go out and have a great time. I've tried to mix this up with things that'll suit different personalities. So if you're an introvert, an extrovert, if you like outdoor things or indoor things, and hopefully this will inspire you to get outside and enjoy your day, even if you're on a tight budget. Let's start with the outdoor activities. If that's not your jam, feel free to skip to the indoor activities. I will mark them in the chapters. So let's get started. Number 1, picnic at the beach or at the park. If you've got warmer weather, pack yourself a nice meal, some snacks, some drinks, comfy pillows and blankets, maybe put together a really awesome playlist, and you're good to go. Go enjoy the sunset or soak up the sun, whatever your jam is. If just chilling and hanging out isn't your vibe, bring a beach ball, a frisbee, something to play with. If you don't have these things, you can usually buy them at your local dollar store for just a few dollars and they last a really long time. Unless, of course, you lose them in a tree or in the water somewhere. Number 2, hiking or sports at your local park. Again, for the sporty people, I'm sure you have some wonderful trails around you. Even if you are in a big city, there's always some sort of park or hiking trails around you can do. Hiking is generally a cheap or free activity. You may have to pay for parking if you are in a big city somewhere, but it's still a great way to get out there, get some exercise, and enjoy the beautiful nature around you. Or maybe you want to try a new sport. Maybe there's a sport that your friend plays that they can help you get into. Things like soccer are usually very cheap and you don't have to join a team because those things are very expensive. I'm just talking about grabbing a soccer ball and go kicking around outside. You can also try to get into running or yoga. These are great activities. And you don't have to be any good. I'm terrible at sports, but I love them. It's just sometimes nice to have a new challenge. Number 3, movies in the park or live music. In the summer, many cities put on live shows that you can just walk around and see. Like maybe there's buskers in your area somewhere. That's like free entertainment. When I used to live in Montreal, they always did movies in the park, which was also free. So again, grab that blanket, grab some drinks, and you're good to go. Usually your local listings will let you know what events are coming up in your area. Number 4, tubing or skating. If it's winter, why not release your inner child and go tubing? So again, you can usually buy like pretty cheap one of those dishes or like blow up tubes at the dollar store and go out to a local hill if you've got snow, and there you go. Endless hours of fun. Come home, have some hot chocolate with marshmallows, and what a perfect day out that is. If you're in a pinch, you can actually use a garbage bag and use that to slide down the hill. I've done that many times in my lifetime and it works great. Cities often also have free outdoor skating rinks that are maintained, and some even have free indoor skating throughout the rest of the year. It just depends on the city. If it doesn't, usually this only costs a couple dollars. Now, I understand that something like skating, not everyone might have skates, so this may not be the best option for you if you don't have skates, since rentals can be of varying prices, but check out how much it is at your local rinks and see if that makes sense for you. Number 5, and this is one of my favorites, going to feed the swans or the ducks at the park, or visiting an animal sanctuary or a petting zoo. Honestly, this is my go-to when I'm feeling really stressed out at work. I go to the local park and I feed the swans. Like, it's my therapy. I know it's not the best to feed wildlife, but I can't help myself because they're so cute and it makes me so happy. So I at least try to bring them something that's a little bit healthier. You can look up what is okay and not okay to feed things like swans and ducks. I usually go with something like a frozen peas, which everybody knows you got that in your back of your freezer somewhere, right? I also found a local animal sanctuary last weekend, which takes donations for you to come in, and it's a huge petting zoo area, and they even give you feed to feed the chickens and the ducks, and I think we paid $5 each for the donation. That's pretty typical, but it is purely donation, so if you don't have much, then you can totally just go as is. All right, now let's get into the indoor activities. Maybe it's terrible weather, maybe you're just not an outdoor person. I got you. So number 6, board game night. Get some friends or family together, each bring a board game. I'm sure you've got Monopoly lying around somewhere, or even just a deck of cards. Get some snacks, and you're ready for a super fun evening. Or if you're super nerdy like me, you can get into D&D or Dungeons and Dragons for my non-nerdy friends. All you really need is your imagination and some dice. If you check out groups of people who are playing, usually whoever the DM or Dungeon Master is, they'll have extra dice to help you get started. These communities are super welcoming, and I'm very much a novice at it. I just started playing, but it's super fun to like actually use your imagination and use your creative side, because I don't find myself a very creative person, but suddenly you're making up all these stories about what your character is doing. It's very open-ended, and I really love it, and a really great cheap activity to do. Number 7, clothing swap night. Yeah, so this is for all my clothing shopaholic friends. You know, you love to go on the weekends to the mall and get new things with the latest fashions. You just get that sense of like excitement of bringing something new home. This is for you. So get your gal pals or your guy pals together, bring some of the used clothes that you don't really wear anymore, and you are either looking to donate or just want to maybe see if it's a better fit for someone else. Basically, you all bring your clothes, then you get to rate each other's clothes, and suddenly you have new awesome items to add to your collection. And you get that same feeling of, hey, I got something new to wear, but it's great for the environment and great for you to clear out some of the things that you've been holding on to and never wear. That's what I call a win-win-win-win. What are we on? 8. Number 8, go to a museum. Many cities have smaller museums that are totally free. We have some awesome indigenous ones around my house that I'm looking to check out. I traveled to San Francisco once, and they had a cable car museum, and I'm like low-key obsessed with streetcars and trains and like cable cars and anything on rails, really. I'm obsessed, guys. So seeing how like these cables just run underneath the whole city and going to see that museum was actually so much fun, and it was totally free. Even the larger museums often have cheap or pay what you can nights that you can take advantage of. And finally, number 9, visit a library. Okay, so I used to love going to Starbucks, getting my Starbucks, and then going to Chapters, it's like Barnes & Noble in the States, and just exploring all the new books. Like, I love that new book smell. But books can be so expensive. So I used the library instead. They have all the same new titles, but there is usually a wait list. But there are plenty of books that are ready to read. Like if they're a couple years old, like library has so many choices. So if you're a book lover, get lost in your local library. Plus, if you're in a big city, there are probably some wonderful historic looking libraries that you can live out all of your like academic aesthetic dreams out. It's that feeling of discovering something new, like a new book that you get to take home, but this time it's totally free. So same sort of satisfaction and like dopamine reaction in your body, except we're doing it on a budget. All right, guys, I hope this has given you some awesome ideas on what to try. Remember that paying off debt doesn't mean we have to stop having fun. We just need to retrain our minds a little, right? If you've liked this video, please leave it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers and I'm so psyched. Anyway, that's all for today, and I hope to see you next week on Anna Does Money. Peace out, dudes.